Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not external events." Realize this, and you will find strength. In a world where emotions can feel like turbulent waves, how do we find our anchor? Join us as we explore 7 Stoic lessons that hold the key to mastering your emotions and navigating life's storms with unwavering resolve. Before we begin, I'd appreciate it if you liked the video to help me continue spreading Stoic philosophy. If you aren't subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the bell so you don't miss any videos. Lesson number 1. Understand what's in your control. Have you ever found yourself caught in a storm? Not one with rain and thunder, but the storms of life. Unexpected events, disappointments, or sudden changes can feel overwhelming. The Stoic philosophers from ancient Greece and Rome offer a lesson that feels like an anchor in these storms: the dichotomy of control. Imagine planning an outdoor event, and despite all your preparations, it rains. You can't control the weather, but your reaction to the rain is entirely up to you. You could lament and get frustrated, or you could adapt, perhaps moving the event indoors or seeing the rain as a refreshing change. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who was born a slave and rose to become one of the most influential thinkers of his time, put it succinctly: some things are in our control and others not. It sounds simple, but this simplicity holds profound wisdom that can transform our lives. Every day, we face myriad situations. Some we can influence, like our daily routines, the books we read, or the company we keep. But many are beyond our grasp: global events, the actions of others, the passage of time, and yes, the weather. The Stoics believed that our well-being doesn't depend on external events, but on how we interpret and respond to them. It's not the event itself, but our judgment about the event that causes our emotions. Think back to a time you faced a setback. Maybe you didn't get the job you wanted. At the moment, it felt disastrous, but with time, perhaps you realized it was a blessing in disguise, leading to a better opportunity or personal growth. How do we put this into practice? Start by asking yourself, is this something I have control over? If yes, take action. If no, practice acceptance and adaptability. By understanding and internalizing this principle, we can free ourselves from unnecessary anguish. We can navigate life with calm, knowing that while we can't control the winds, we can adjust our sails. The dichotomy of control is a beacon of clarity in a chaotic world. It reminds us to focus our energy where it matters most and embrace the serenity of knowing some things are beyond our grasp. Lesson number 2, reflect before reacting. In today's digital age, where immediacy is celebrated, the art of reflection can seem outdated, yet pausing and pondering can be our saving grace in a world demanding rapid responses. Consider the countless decisions we face daily, from choosing a meal to deciding on a career path. It's not just the magnitude of decisions, but how we approach them that matters. Imagine reading a message that strikes a nerve, maybe a colleague questioning your work or a friend making an offhand comment. The gut reaction might be defensiveness or anger. But what if you took a step back instead? By allowing momentary detachment, you're not suppressing emotions, but giving them space to be understood. Reflection is about active engagement with our thoughts and feelings. Ask yourself, why did this comment affect me deeply? What underlying beliefs or past experiences influence my emotions? Is my reaction based on the present situation or past baggage? Reflection fosters empathy, by considering others' perspectives. Maybe that colleague had a stressful day, or that friend didn't realize the weight of their words. Reflection can build bridges in relationships, preventing misunderstandings and fostering connection in professional settings. Leaders who reflect before making decisions are often respected and effective, seen as thoughtful and wise. Reflection becomes a form of rebellion in a world moving at breakneck speed, a statement that we won't be swept away by immediacy. It's a commitment to our well-being and the quality of our interactions. Reflecting before reacting is more than a practice. It's a philosophy that champions depth, understanding, and meaningful connections. It shapes not just our responses, but the very fabric of our lives. Lesson number 3, practice dispassion. In a world that feels like an emotional roller coaster, the idea of practicing dispassion might seem out of place, but let's explore its true meaning and transformative power. Dispassion isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent. It's about cultivating a balanced perspective, a calm amidst the storm. Imagine observing events, situations, and your emotions without being overwhelmed. Think of watching a gripping movie. There are moments of tension and sadness, but a part of you knows it's just a movie. You observe and feel, but remain seated. This is dispassion, engaging with life, feeling its emotions, but knowing when to remain seated in the theater of your mind. This approach is a lifeline in our age of information overload. Reacting passionately to everything would exhaust us. Dispassion offers a buffer to engage sustainably. In interpersonal relationships, dispassion can mean the difference between a productive discussion and a damaging argument. It allows us to listen, respond rather than react, and navigate conflicts with grace. Cultivating dispassion starts with self-awareness, recognizing our emotional triggers and understanding our patterns. This creates a space between stimulus and response, where we can choose our reactions intentionally. Dispassion enhances life's joys and pleasures by not being overly attached to outcomes. We immerse ourselves in the journey, savoring moments without the fear of loss or change. Practicing dispassion is finding equilibrium in a changing world. It's a compass to inner peace, guiding us through life with grace. Embracing this practice brings calm and clarity to ourselves and those around us.